Ever notice how you can spend hours, and I mean hours, trying to beat a tough video game level, but you can barely focus on a 10-minute work task? Well, the answer isn't just about fun, it's about design. And today we're going to break down how those very principles of game design can be used to unlock motivation in pretty much any part of your life. All right, check this out. On the left, we've got a task, and let's be real, it sounds like a chore, right? But on the right, that's an adventure, that's a challenge. The goal is exactly the same, learn some vocabulary, but the feeling is worlds apart. The secret here is a super powerful concept that can turn something totally mundane into something magnetic.
And that concept is gamification. It's basically the art of taking all the stuff that makes games so addictive, points, levels, competition, and applying it to everyday tasks. Now, the key is, it's not about turning work into a game, it's about using those game mechanics to make work feel like a rewarding achievement.
So how do you actually do it? Well, you need the right tools. I want you to think of all these different game mechanics as a kind of toolkit for building motivation. So let's open it up and see what we've got inside.
First up, we've got the most basic tool in the whole kit, points. This is all about getting that instant feedback. You know that little ding sound in a language app when you get an answer right? That's a point. It's just a simple, super satisfying signal that says, hey, you're on the right track, keep going.
Next, we have levels. Levels are what turn a boring old task into a real journey. They give it structure and a really clear sense of progression. I mean, going from beginner to expert isn't just a label change, is it? It's a milestone. It taps right into our deep need to feel like we're getting better and to see just how far we've come.
And hey, what's a journey without a few souvenirs? That's exactly where badges come in. A badge is a visual reward. It's like a little trophy that screams, I did that. Mastering 50 new words is cool, for sure, but earning the Vocabulary Hero badge, now that's something you can show off. It makes your achievements feel real and tangible. But look, this toolkit goes way deeper than just individual rewards. We can introduce competition to spark a little friendly rivalry. We can use collaboration to get people working together on a shared goal. We can even throw in some elements of pure luck to keep things exciting, or use timing to create focus and a real sense of urgency. The possibilities are huge. Okay, so we've got our toolkit. Now let's go all the way back to our first example and actually put these tools to work. We're going to see how to transform that boring old worksheet into the epic Word Warriors quest, step by step. So here's how we build it up. We start with the foundation, which is just the worksheet itself. Then we layer on some scoring, giving out points for right answers. Next, we dial up the pressure with a timer, and maybe add a wheel of words for a little bit of luck. And finally, we add that social motivation, letting teams work together to earn a final Explorer badge.
And what's the end result of all this? Well, the actual task, learning words, hasn't changed at all. But the experience, it's completely transformed. It's not a worksheet anymore. It's a mission. The motivation is coming from seeing your progress, the thrill of surprise, and that fun, friendly pressure of working together.
Okay, this all sounds awesome in practice, but what's actually going on inside our heads that makes it so effective? Why does turning something into a game-like experience have such a powerful psychological pull on us?
Here's the secret sauce. Game mechanics tap directly into our most basic psychological needs. Things like points and levels, they feed our need to feel competent, that amazing feeling of getting better at something. Collaboration and competition, that taps into our need for social connection. It's this powerful combo that shifts our motivation from something external to something we actually feel inside.
And gamification is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Different people are motivated by totally different things. You've got your competitors who just live for that top spot on the leaderboard. Then you have collaborators who get their energy from teamwork. And you have creative learners who just want to get lost in a good story. A really well-designed system has a little something for everyone.
So we've seen what it is, how it works, and why it's so incredibly powerful. Now, let's just boil it all down to one simple, memorable formula that you can use to design your own engaging experiences.
It really all comes down to this. Start with a crystal clear learning goal. That's your why. Then add the right game mechanics. That's your how. And, crucially, provide instant and constant feedback. That's the loop that keeps people going. You get these three things right, and you can create some seriously powerful, lasting engagement.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Think about it. Whether it's studying for a test, doing chores around the house, or tackling a big project at work, what's one boring task in your life that could be totally transformed with just a little bit of play?